Hey guys, my name is Jason. So I figured today we were going to talk about anime just a little bit, just to clear it out, because that's a topic that I don't really think many people understand. For the most part, because they don't really, well, they just don't get what's so freaking awesome about cartoons and comic books. And that kind of saddens me. I mean, to be honest, I love anime and manga. It is very it is very accessible because no one buys it, so it's pretty damn cheap. And it tells great stories. Every story I've read so far has been a very different twist on the usual archetypes there are. And I don't know how many there are because I'm not an English major, but I do know they exist and that you can really break every story down into one of only a handful of stories. So to me, that's why manga is great. Is because it's interesting and it's fantasy like that. If you want to go look up some good entry level things, because you do have to kind of work your way into it, because some of that shit is just hard to understand. You should definitely look into the following: Trigun, Full Metal Alchemist, Rebirth, and Chronicles. No, not Chronicles. Rurouni Kenshin. I say those because they're basic, they're entry level. They're easier for your mind to grasp because they're either based on something that is real within Japan, or they include more of Western culture inside of it, so your mind is instantly attracted to the fact that you can understand it a lot better than you would stuff like Fruits Basket, which is my next subject, by the way. Which like Fruits Basket or No Need for Tenchi, or even Naruto, which is great, but still a different culture and harder for us, I guess, Westerners to fully grasp right off the bat. And I would suggest getting the ones with like the little afterwords in it that kind of explain different things within the story, because some books they don't include descriptions of different stuff that happens, so you're left trying to figure out what different symbols mean on the page, even if the script itself is translated, because they don't always translate the noises or the sound effects. There's two types generally. One is shoujo, which is usually for girls, or considered for girls, because it's not what stereotypical men like. And then there's shonen, which is the opposite. It's for dudes, and it shows because shonen is usually rated for older teens, and if it is rated for younger teen, if it is rated for anything younger, it's normally because it's kind of like the cartoons we watched when in the 90s, when our parents didn't care too much, so we were watching Invader Zim and Hey Arnold and All Real Monsters. It's more like that. It's just kind of like fantasy and just that. But normally it's got a lot of sex and, well, it's not a lot of sex. I mean, it wouldn't be rated for teenagers at that point. But it's got like sex and sexy stuffs, some swearing and some things. I can't think of the name for it, but it's like blood and guts and shit. Shonen kind of doesn't offer that. It's more romance based, which that's basically the best way to describe it. Is shonen is like romance and romantic comedy based, and shoujo is that. Shonen is more adventure or like comedy, as in comedy, kind of like our version of like Step Brothers or The Hangover. That's the best way I can put it. To be honest, I don't agree with it. I think that you can read shonen and shoujo and still be considered whatever you happen to be, because everything tells a story. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Let's get back to the core of the conversation, shall we? I don't think people quite understand what anime is, and they kind of group it in the same category of My Little Pony. Yeah, that it's that extreme sometimes. So yeah, leave your comments in the bottom, or in the in the bottom. We'll tell me what you think about it, and I will see you guys on Friday with another random topic of the week. So bye.